Alright, hey everyone. So this video is definitely going to be different. It's nothing to do with Gematria, but I kind of want to speak a little bit about the Mandela Effect. And whether you're someone who thinks that that's a true thing or not, I mean, I'm on the fence about it because a lot of it doesn't really resonate with me, but this one in particular does, and that's why I want to share it and kind of get some feedback from you guys, and I would like to know what you guys remember. So, if you recall the movie Superstar, played by Molly Shannon in 1999, silly movie, definitely a comedy, and people might just think it's straight up dumb, but it came out whenever I was 9 years old, and a group of my friends that I grew up with in softball, I mean, this was our movie, and we used to always mimic the pose quite often, and I'll get to more detail in a minute because I'll show a picture of us doing the pose. But so in her superstar pose, she kind of like jumps in the air, falls to one knee, and then she throws up her arms and does like a hand gesture. But do you recall what her hands do? Like what kind of symbol, whatever pose is she doing with her hands? And these are pictures I pulled up from the internet as examples. And there's two poses that it seems to be like people are remembering the palms out, like with their hands fanned, like fives, or they're remembering the peace sign with the, just like the regular peace sign thrown up in the air. So these are the two. It seems to be like, one or the other is definitely not remembering right, or they just are led to think one way. And so I'm going off of the movie. I know there's SNL skits, but I never watched that as a kid. As a kid, I was all about this movie. And so, I mean, I'll give you guys some time. And what is it that you recall out of these two poses? Because only one of them is correct. So, but I will share with you that I definitely remember the peace signs, because that's what me and my friends would always throw up in our pictures after, like winning a tournament, or, just being us kids mimicking the pose. But so here's some examples. This girl in the top right corner, peace signs. This girl in the top right corner, peace signs. But there seems to be a lot of people who remember just the palms with the like 5 symbol. So here, I mean, this is just all the evidence you need, because this is really what she does in the movie, and this is the main time she does it, like at the end of the movie here. So I'll let you listen, or just watch here.
I just feel really bad for you, because I guess that you didn't know that you were competing against
Okay, so definitely no peace signs here, just the palms out sign. So I mean, when I first came across this, it's been a few years of me knowing this, but I mean, and I keep getting just from people in my life, they get confused on which one that they remember. But I mean, I just don't at all remember these hands being like that. But I mean, I'm not saying that I'm right, but it's just really interesting, right? Because then, as I was looking at Molly Shannon, kind of just Googling her in the superstar pose, this is her in May of 2016, and she's doing it with the peace signs. And here again, you'll find her on Good Morning America. Definitely not the palms out, like 5s fanned out. It's peace signs, or it looks an awful lot like the Baphomet sign, but it's definitely more peace sign, not the 5s. And here's some random people on the internet I found. They even put superstar pose, and they recall the peace signs. And so here's a picture of me and my friends at a friend's wedding back in 2014. This is me back here with the peace signs, and we're all holding up the peace signs. And you'll notice one girl, she was actually holding up 1s, because that was the thing about after our tournaments, because I mean, not to brag, but we won majority of all of our tournaments, and we used to joke that we can't hold up the superstar pose because that's going to look like we got 2nd place. So instead of holding up the 2, we always held up the 1, but got down in the same position as the pose. So I'm pretty sure that's probably why she got confused there. But I mean, obviously we remember the peace signs, and this was 2014. And then another example off the internet, a group of girls here throwing up the peace signs. and they hashtag it superstar Molly Shannon. But I mean, again, in the movie, it's actually just the regular hands thrown up, no peace signs. But here, the last thing I want to end with, this is from 2015, an SNL skit, Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake. But then you're going to have Molly Shannon come in, and just, you'll see what she does.
I was just gonna say, the sound of cowbells makes me nervous. And sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms, and I smell them like that. Superstar!
Okay, so then, like, what's going on here, right? You got Jimmy and Justin both with what happens in the movie now, no peace signs, but then you got Molly Shannon again throwing up the peace signs. So, I mean, the question is, what do you guys recall? I'll just leave it in the comments. I mean, I know this is definitely a different subject, but it's one that, it actually makes sense to me a little bit more than others. So, anyways, I thought I'd share. All right, see ya.